Hey everybody, this week it's the January 2026 wrap up. So we got a lot to get through. So let's get to it. Hey everybody, it's the Snowman with TooLoud2oldMusic.com. Welcome back to the collection. And we're going to do the 2026 January 2026 wrap up show. And I know it's the only show I've done this month. And I apologize for that. I got sick a couple weeks back. Didn't really feel like doing anything. Last weekend we had a big ice storm, so just wasn't in the mood to do any shows. But it is the end of the month, so I figured I'll suck it up and do the wrap up show like we have in the past. And I think in December I said January or 2026 was going to be a lesser year with what I collect because I have a wedding to pay for my daughter. We're moving sometime this year. But January didn't start out that way because I had some Christmas gift cards that I needed to spend, and I had some ad money from the website. So it turned out to be a really, really good month. Lots of great stuff. And so yeah, so we'll go through it. And as always, I start with my rock candy collection purchase. And this first up is Crocus's Headhunter. And man, I just love this album. Eat the Rich, Screaming in the Night, Stayed Awake All Night. Just so many great songs. I love White Den as well. I love that one. This was a big album for me when I was a kid, young teenager. I had the poster of Crocus on my wall. And this was like one of the first heavy metal albums I ever bought. And so I love it. I have it on vinyl, got it not too long ago. So yes, really excited about that one. And I thought that was going to be my only rock candy one. That's all I planned, I planned to cut back a little bit. But when the ad money came in and I was looking on a site and I bought a whole bunch of CDs from this one place, and in that was another rock candy album. And I bought Dirty Looks, the first album, last month, and was able to find the second one, Turn of the Screw, and another great hard rock 80s rock album. Just really killer stuff. I miss these guys back in the day. I'm trying to really get into a bunch of the bands that I missed back then because I just really love this music. And so I grabbed them, and I'm really glad I did now. All right, this next thing, I always do a Kiss one after that if I have anything Kiss, and I do this month, and I'm really excited about it. I bought it several months back, but in January I did get down to Atlanta, and my brother was holding it for me because he found this. This is Kiss. It is the All Night 12-inch single. It is the same song on both sides, and if you can see the cutout, it's a very jagged edge cutout. Um, it's just really cool, this green stuff. And the disc itself is it looks black, but when you hold it up to the light, it is a green translucent color. So it's really cool. So glad I got that and add that to the collection because I've got all their studio albums or official albums. I think the only one I'm missing is Symphony. I don't have that on vinyl. So, I mean, I'm looking for the 12-inch stuff. I'm looking for those kind of cool little things that are out there, and that just fit that bill perfectly. So, real excited about that. All right. And then I bought, I did a box set. So, with some of my Christmas gift cards that I had, I bought this Cheap Trick box set. It's the complete Epic Albums collection. From the debut album all the way up to Busted, if I'm not mistaken. Um, it's from Music on CD. I want to say there are 12, 13, yeah, 12, 13 albums in here. And just really great. They do the little vinyl thing. You get a little booklet. Um, and there's bonus tracks on a lot of them, but they come in the little vinyl case with the album cover and everything. So it's just really awesome. There are a bunch of albums in here, as you can see. Really, really great. I haven't even finished going through all of them yet because there's just so much in there. That's one I've always been wanting to get because I think, I have all the vinyl that this covers, but I don't have all the CDs. So I bought that. Um, and then another box set I picked up is brand new album. Well, not a brand new album, brand new release. It's The Darkness, the 20th anniversary of One Way Ticket to Hell and Back. Love the cover. This one is not when they did it for the debut album, Permission to Land, it was a hardback. This is more of a digipack kind of thing, that it opens up. There are four CDs in here, and you get, what do you get? You get the album with a bunch of bonus tracks and B-sides. What's the best thing on here is CD2, which is live at the Birmingham, February 19th, 2006. So it is just the songs from the first two albums, and it's every perfect song on those albums. So the live show is fantastic. It's one of the best live shows out there. Demos and rough mixes is CD3 with some more rough mixes. And then CD4 is the Whitfield Street rough mixes of the album. All the tracks on CD2, 3, and 4 are previously unreleased. So really killer stuff. Love The Darkness. Those first two albums are incredible. So really, really digging those. All right, then I got a couple new releases. The most recent is the brand new Megadeth album. This is the lenticular cover, as you can see. This album, I think it kicks ass. I think there's a really great way to go out if this is indeed the final album. They even end it with Ride the Lightning, his own version of that Metallica song. Things seems like you just can't let Metallica go. But I mean, so many cool songs on here. I really love Let There Be Shred. That might be my favorite track on the album so far, but I've only had it for like a week, and I've listened to it a lot. So great, great album from them. Then, in a completely, totally different direction, the brand new Richard Marx album. This is After Hours. This is like big band, jazzy type album. It's 13 songs, even a couple original songs on here. He's got Randy Waldman on there, Chris Botti, Rod Stewart, Drea Tomei, Tom Scott, and even Kenny G is on here as well. I love Richard Marx, so really cool to get this side of him. They did a great job on it. I think they only recorded it in like 3 or 4 days. They brought the big band in, they recorded it live and did it all right there. So that was really killer, and it's a great album. This one came out, this next album, I don't think I showed this last month. I could be mistaken, but it's Jimmy Jamison, 19, I can't even read it. It's basically live hits, 1998 live hits. This is off Frontiers Records. It came out last month in December, but for some reason it took forever to get to me. And who doesn't love Jimmy Jamison? My favorite era of Survivor is with him. And this is a greatest hits compilation of mostly Survivor songs. And then a couple, I think there's one or two of his own songs and maybe a cover of something. So great Jimmy Jamison stuff. Then there is just more stuff that I bought with my gift card. And the rest of this stuff is, these next few items are with my gift card. I have all the Lifehouse studio albums, but I did not have their greatest hits album. And it's 18 tracks of their greatest hits, and every single one of them is a great song. So if you're into like Lifehouse, but you don't want to buy all the albums, this is definitely worth picking up. It'll give you a good taste of what their style is and everything. And then back at Christmas, my wife got me three of the James Bay albums, which meant I was missing one. So I took the gift card money and bought the fourth one that I was missing. And this is Leap. So James Bay is a British singer-songwriter, brilliant singer, great songwriter as well. Just so it was really great to get this one. So now I've got all his studio albums. I'm just missing a live album, but I'll get to the live album eventually. And then I've been wanting to collect all the, what, 50th anniversary, whatever you want to call them, editions, the deluxe editions from the Scorpions. or maybe it was the 40th at this time. This is Animal Magnetism. So I got that one. So that gives me like three or four of them so far. And there are six bonus tracks on here that aren't on the regular album. I have the vinyl. I just needed the CD, and why not get the one that's the deluxe edition one? So really glad to have that. I'm really loving all those extra songs and stuff. The last thing with the ad money, not the ad money, the Christmas gift cards was Journey. This is the studio album. Is out of Japan, and this is the Japanese edition. It's a soundtrack. Is it Dream After Dream? Yeah, Dream After Dream. It was a movie soundtrack, very different. Steve Perry's on it a little bit, but this is more of an instrumental album, very different. It's interesting. That's all I'm gonna say is it's really interesting, and it is not what you would expect if you think Journey. Now, what you would expect if you think Journey, I finally got this. On Amazon, I keep a wish list, and when things drop below my like target price, I buy it. And I was able to get Journey or Time 3, which is the 3D a 3 CD greatest hits album. Comes with a book in there. You get the CDs um, as well. So really great. I think there are 11 unreleased tracks on here that I didn't have anywhere else. So that was really awesome and why I wanted that one. I think I think that only leaves three CDs that I really want, and then I feel like my Journey collection will be fairly complete. At least that's the way I'm viewing it. Once I get those, the last thing I bought, um, that's just not like a new release, not a new release, but it's a just random purchase here, was Danger Danger Revolve. This was the last studio album that I was missing. So now I've got all the ones with Ted Poley, and I've got all the Paul Lane studio albums as well. I think I'm missing a live album and that Rare Cuts, because that Rare Cuts is real pricey. So I'm trying to be patient and find that last little thing that I want. This next little batch is my daughter and I went to Goodwill. She loves to go to Goodwill. She found all sorts of stuff, a lamp and some clothes and stuff. So I always go straight for the CD section and look at the books, the CDs, very rarely any vinyls. And there was some stuff, not, you know, not stuff that's going to blow you away or anything, but I like them. And so I bought them. So make fun of me if you want. That's okay. Uh, I've been looking at this Michael Bolton box set, first five album, not first five albums, but five of his biggest hits. And I just haven't pulled the trigger on it, which I'm glad I didn't now because I pretty much got all of them for a buck each. So everything here was a buck. So we got The Hunger, which this is his more rockin' album, and he's starting to go to like the next phase, which is Soul Provider. So this has all the, Soul Provider, Georgia on My Mind, How Am I Supposed to Live Without You? How Can We Be Lovers? So this is, I don't know. I like Richard Marx, so Michael Bolton's not a far cry from that. Then we have Time, Love, and Tenderness, which has that song, plus Love is a Wonderful Thing, When a Man Loves a Woman. So, a lot of his hits. And then the last one was Timeless, is a classics album, just a bunch of covers done the Michael Bolton way. So those are really good. I enjoy Michael Bolton. Now I don't need to get the box set that would have cost me probably $20 with shipping. I got them. I already had one of them, so now I have all for $5 is what it basically cost me. And then I found this really good one, George Thorogood live. Just a simple set, but all the big hits that Bad to the Bone, I Drink Alone, One Bourbon, One Scotch, One Beer, Who Do You Love? I mean, yeah, classic George Thorogood. So, and then I found the Luck Be the Draw, the Bonnie Raitt album with that. This one's a digipack from back in the day. Opens up to a lot of stuff. There you see. So yeah, this is probably one of my favorite albums of hers. I just never had it, but it's got something to talk about. And I Can't Make You Love Me, which are two of my favorite songs that she does. They were on here, so how could I pass this up? for $1. And then lastly from the thrift store was Pat Benatar's Crimes of Passion. Basically, this is a greatest hits album if you really want to think about it. I mean, Treat Me Right, You Better Run, Never Want to Leave You, Hit Me With Your Best Shot, Hell is for Children, Wuthering Heights. I mean, just one hit after another on this album. So basically, it could be a greatest hits album, but this is just a regular studio album for her, and it is amazing. One of her best albums, and so excited to get that for $1. So I love those dollar finds, let me tell you. All right, then these next batches of CDs that I got these. Um, this was all my ad money. I love spending my ad money. And while I bought Richard Marx, I've been trying to get them all. I'm slowly getting them all, but I still got a long way to go. This is Now and Forever. No, sorry, my own worst enemy. This is Richard Marx. Um, very, it looks like he cut off a lot of his hair. Yeah, this is really great. So again, I've always loved to get me some Richard Marx. I still need a ton more. He has a lot of albums out. And if you haven't read his biography is phenomenal. Grab it. Interesting read. You'd be really surprised. Some of the stories are just blow your mind. Really great stuff. All right. Then we've got, I bought some Switchfoot. Love Switchfoot. I'm trying to finish off that collection as well. I got a bunch here, or a few here. We got Hello Hurricane. Um, this album is awesome. Needle a Haystack, Your Love is a Song, The Sound, one of my favorite songs by them is off this one. So yeah, great Switchfoot. They were they're a Christian band, considered, I guess, a Christian band, but they're definitely an indie style, very different. Great guitar work. I love the crunch on the guitar is really awesome. And here's another one. This one is called Fading West. And they're from like San Diego, I think, or something. And occasionally, they do have this like beachy California vibe to them, and I love that as well. Just a great band. If you never just give them a try, listen, see what you like. And then from this same group, I got this off Discogs. There's this one guy I've been buying a ton from, and I do every month or so. I get a whole bunch, enough to where there's free shipping. Then it's Bruce Kulick. Whoa, Bruce Kulick, BK3. This one has Gene Simmons on it. It has Nick Simmons on it. It's got John Corabi, Tobias, Eric Singer. Just a lot of great stuff on here. Yeah, there's CD and stuff. But yeah, this is his third, I think, solo album. BK3 makes sense, and it's great. I love Bruce Kulick, so anytime I can find anything, I'm real happy about that. All right, so then we got some Night Ranger stuff. This one is 24 strings and a drummer. It's a live and acoustic, incredible little set here. We have, what do we have? I think 13 songs. They do a cover of Boys of Summer at the end. 4 in the Morning's really good. Forever All Over Again. Just some great acoustic songs. They do some rockin' songs with The Boy Needs to Rock and You Can Still Rock in America, Don't Tell Me You Love Me. So they still kick it up a notch with their acoustic, but the ballads on there are even better. So really good. And that's not the only thing. I got a live album. It's Night Ranger Live. It's in Japan. Like I think all their live albums come from Japan, if I'm not mistaken. It's just 12 tracks, simple set. Got a Brad Gillis guitar solo. You got a Jeff Watson guitar solo. So there's really only 10 songs and then 2 solos. So it's a simple little set, but I needed it to help complete. Now I think I'm down to 2. Once I get 2 more, I think I have the basic stuff that I need from them. And then Night Ranger Adjacent. It's Jack Blade's solo album. This one is called Rock and Roll something, Rock and Roll Ride. And I was listening to this today. I really like this one. I never listened to it back when it came out. This on Frontiers Records. It was 2012. 11 songs. If you have a computer, you get a video as well. But yeah, really great stuff. It got the Night Ranger sound. Occasionally there's a Shaw Blade sound and a little damn Yankee. I mean, it's like all mixed in. It's Jack Blades, so you know what you're gonna get, and it's pretty good. All right, there's another band I've been wanting to collect all their studio albums, and I have the first four or five, and then I picked up two from this site. This was Europe. Really like this one. This is Start from the Dark. Start from the Dark. I wasn't real familiar with this one. I really do enjoy it. I don't know, something about them. Once they got past the 80s, there's a maturity to their sound. They're just, I think they get better and better as they go. So Star from the Dark was like one of the first albums after Prisoners in Paradise, I think, but it's a few years down the road. But then there's another one that came out, Secret Society. If you have not checked out anything from Europe since the 80s stuff, this is the album to check out, Secret Society. It is absolutely a banger. This is 2006. Always the Pretenders, one of their greatest songs. The Getaway Plan is awesome. Let the Children Play is just a mesmerizing song. Human After All, just so many good songs. Devil Sings the Blues ends it up. This album is incredible. If you like Europe at all, you're going to love that album if you haven't heard it. Then I decided, stupidly, to buy a few of these next artist albums because they were cheap. Yeah, they had them for like a buck or two. I figured, why not? Okay, yeah. Well, they're Bret Michaels. So first up is Rock My World, which is kind of a compilation album. So this one's not too bad. Driven is a big hit of his, solo hit. Rain and Bittersweet. But it's not as good as Poison. He will never be as good as Poison, and that's just the way it is. He even has this disaster, which is Bret Michaels presents a salute to Poison. Show me your hits. Okay. This is like a reimagining. Think of Bon Jovi, this left feels right. That's what this is. And it's horrid. Absolutely horrid. I don't know what he was thinking. There's a Polly Shore singing on one of the songs on here for Unskinny Bop, and it's just awful. Look what the Cat Dragged In is done in like a new metal style. Think like Linkin Park, and I don't know, but it's awful. I mean, it's awful. And I got another. There's another one. Yeah, thank God these were only like a buck or two. This is Jamming with Friends. So he's got. There's a lot of songs. There's 20 songs on here, and he's got a lot of friends with him and singing. And they do Poison songs. Why does every album he does have Poison songs? And just some covers and stuff. He's got some of his solo songs on here. Some of his friends, Loretta Lynn, which that song was horrible. Jimmy Buffett, Joe Perry, Mark McGrath. Yeah, uh, it sucks. All right. It's really, really bad. Let me tell you how it is. It's really, really bad. All right. The last thing I got from this guy on Discogs, Airborne, Breaking Out of Hell. I have the vinyl of this one, but this one has a bonus track, so really great. Needed it. Bombshell is the bonus track. If you like AC/DC, you will love Airborne. They are a complete AC/DC ripoff in a very good way. I don't mean that negative at all. They're just loud. The albums all are very similar in their sound, and it is you know what you're going to get with Airborne, and this thing kicks ass. Um, and that's that one. All right, my last set of CDs. I know I've been talking a while. This is from a store down in North Carolina. I order on Facebook, but because he's like 4 hours away or 3 hours away, but he always has the best stuff he posts on there. So one of the things that I got another Airborne. This is Bone Shaker. This is currently their last studio album. I think they have a new album coming out this year, and I'm excited about that. But again, this one is probably out of their five or so studio albums. It's my least favorite. It's not a bad album. It's just my least favorite. Just still so many rocking songs, It'll just blow you away from beginning to end. It's a bone shaker. It'll shake you. I also picked up another Switchfoot since I was on the Switchfoot mood with the other guy. I was able to pick up Oh Gravity. And again, just can't go wrong. This has American Dream, Dirty Second Hands, which is one of their another killer song of them. Awakening, Circles. I mean, this is a really good album. Switchfoot, they just have not made. I don't think they've made a bad album since they had three albums and then they got like a record deal, and The Beautiful Letdown was where I came in, and from then on, amazing, amazing stuff. All right, so if you watch the show, you know I love Billy Idol, and I have all the vinyl. So there's nothing in the vinyl that I. There's a couple Brazilian greatest hits albums I'd like to get on vinyl, but I think I have everything else. So I'm still working on the CDs, and this is Idol Songs 11 of the Best. It's a UK release only, made in England, and it's basically the same songs as this thing. Billy Idol 10 great songs. This is kind of the 20th century masters thing. That's what this really is, because it's list. You can buy this exact album under 20th century masters, but it's basically this album. But this album has one more song. This has 11. This has 10. I'd rather turn it up to 11 if I'm gonna play it. All right, another band from the 80s, early 90s, whatever they are. I wanted to get into and check out. It was produced by Tom Werman, and he does some great stuff. I have his book. I still need to read his book. This is Junkyard's debut. Uh, just 10 songs, just kind of that 80s rock, little tougher on the little rougher edge to them. Really like this one. I'm still debating. I think I like Dirty Looks. I'm enjoying the Dirty Looks one a little bit more than I am, but this one is really good. So really happy to finally add that to the collection. Then the last two are a band I listened to thanks to melodicrock.com years ago, but kind of forgot about them. But I saw the guy in North Carolina store. He had them, and it's their second and their third album. This is Fatal Smile, Neo Natural Freaks. They're out of Sweden, and this is their other album, their third album. And this one's called World Domination, and it does do that. This thing is killer. Stranger is one of my favorite songs on here. Both of these, they're just that like they're kind of sleazy rock, doomy. I mean, they're dark. I mean, I don't know. They're just killer. I just think it's awesome. I'm trying to see if they have a picture of them right off the bat, but no. Yeah, there's the guys right there. So, um, let's get that to come in. Anyway, great stuff. Really enjoying those. So glad I remembered and saw these and picked those up. So that's all the CDs. And then I only have two vinyl. The first one here is from Noble Records. This is a band called Morley Gray, and it's The Only Truth. It's from 1972. This is a reissue. It's limited to 300. It is just 70s hard rock, and it jams. I mean, there are some great guitar work on here. The vocals are really good. Just really, really killer stuff. So glad I've got that one. And then finally, I have now Matt Nathanson is one of my favorites, as you know if you watched the show or site. But lately, he's really only been releasing his stuff on his website. So you can't get a CD, it's just a vinyl or a visual or a digital. So here's his new live album. This one is called Please Pet, but Do Not Ride the Horse. And it came with this lenticular little ticket here, the Matt Nathanson ticket. It's in a gatefold, so it's a two album set. It is incredible. He leaves all the dialogue in between songs. Great guitar picture right there. And it is on this bright yellow vinyl. And it's Matt Nathanson. When he live, he's just as good as live as he is on the studio. Absolutely amazing artist, singer, songwriter. Actually, he's good friends with Richard Marx, so that's kind of there ties them all together. Just incredible. Love his work. Have everything he's done on for the most part. There's a couple little fan club things I'm trying to grab a hold of, and I got one of them today. Hopefully, it'll come in about a week or so. I'm super excited to show that one off. It was a Holy Grail item that I finally got. So, yeah, super excited about that one. And that is everything I've got. So, it was a lot. I can't say every month's going to be this good, but it was a good month for me. I think this was a lot, but it was all quality except for the Brett Michaels stuff was shit, but everything else was really good. So thanks for watching. Click like, hit subscribe, leave a comment, and that's it. We'll see you next time on the collection.